Joshua was the man who stepped where others feared to tread, an ordinary man but led by an extraordinary faith. He was born in Egypt during the time of slavery. From his youth he heard the stories of the God of his fathers, the one who had promised a land, freedom, and a new life. When Moses was called by God to free the people, Joshua was among the first to believe, not because he was strong, but because he knew that strength comes from obedience. After the exodus from Egypt, Joshua became the servant of Moses, but more than a disciple, he was a man who looked unceasingly to God. When the others complained in the wilderness, Joshua remained silent and faithful. When the people rebelled, he stood firm, his heart full of confidence. He was among the 12 spies sent to explore the Promised Land. 10 returned with fear. They said, "We can't. The people are too strong. The cities are fortified." But Joshua, alongside Caleb, replied with a loud voice, "If the Lord is with us, we will overcome them." For that courage, God promised that only the 2 of them would enter the land. The years passed. Moses went up the mountain and never returned. The people were lost, but then the voice of God was heard across the wilderness. "Joshua, my servant Moses is dead. Now then, you and all this people, get ready to cross the Jordan River. As I was with Moses, so I will be with you. Be strong and courageous." Joshua trembled, but he obeyed. With him, God began a new chapter. When the priest's feet touched the waters of the Jordan, the river stopped flowing. The people crossed on dry ground. A new miracle, new proof that the Lord was going before them. But the greatest test was yet to come, the city of Jericho. Its walls were massive, unshakable. God did not ask Joshua to fight, but to obey. For 7 days the people circled the city in silence, blowing their trumpets. And on the 7th day, at the sound of the trumpets and the shout of victory, the walls of Jericho collapsed. Not by the strength of men, but by the power of obedience. Joshua led the people from victory to victory, but he never forgot that victory did not come from him. Whenever a man tried to boast, Joshua would say, "This is the Lord's doing." At the end of his life, when old age had turned his hair white and the land was at peace, Joshua gathered the people and told them, "Choose for yourselves this day whom you will serve. But as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord." Thus ended the life of a man who rose not through power, but through faith. Joshua was the warrior who knew that the greatest battle is fought in the heart, between fear and obedience. And he conquered, because he walked ahead of everyone with his eyes fixed on God. Joshua teaches us that sometimes, to see walls fall, you don't have to fight but to listen. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the faith that God is greater than your fear.